Hi, and welcome to my Human Design Live. My name is Chetan Parkyn, and today I'm going to talk about splits. Most charts have a split. What is a split? A split happens when two or more areas of a chart have defined centers that do not link together through defined or colored-in channels. Some people have multiple splits, that is, several areas of defined centers that are not linked together. Please remember that there is no such thing as a good design or a bad design. The important thing is your design and how it works for you. So most people, it turns out, have at least one split in their life chart, which is to say that they have a life chart with two or more separate areas of defined or colored-in centers. These distinct separate areas of definition are not linked together through defined or colored-in channels, so they function separately. The word split refers to an aspect of human design and does not in any sense infer that you have anything in your makeup that is broken, undone, or unconnected to life. Some people have what we call a single split in their chart, meaning that they have two distinctly different parts of their life chart defined. Others may have two, three, or occasionally four splits or separate parts. Please remember that there are no good or bad life charts. Having one or more splits in your chart indicates certain features about your nature that with a little conscious practice are easily recognized and incorporated into your lifestyle to good effect. Any area of definition in your life chart where you have defined colored-in centers indicates an energized area of your life that is consistent and reliable for you. With two or more different areas of your chart that are not interlinked by defined or colored-in channels, you have two or more ways of experiencing anything at any moment in time. We all seek to have a fully rounded view of life, but if, at any moment in time, you are caught between two different perceptions of the same thing, without an obvious inner way to bridge them, you can feel like you're only getting a partial and incomplete view. It can make you feel a little unbalanced. So the natural thing to do is to seek the full, more rounded view. And the easiest way to get this more rounded view involves being around other people who can bridge the split parts of your own design. This is not a matter of telling you that you need to be constantly social or in any way codependent, but it is about allowing yourself to mingle with other people. Now, there's an important thing to be understood here, and that is to be clear about the company you keep and how you allow people to influence you while you're getting your rounded view of things. The point is always to be true to yourself and your own nature, because you do not come here to live anyone else's life except your own. However, we are all influenced by people around us, whether we are always aware of this or not. There are obviously people in your life who have certain expectations of you, and whether they mean to or not, they might seek to influence you to live life on their terms. If you're always, either consciously or unconsciously, seeking to bridge any splits in your life chart, you can easily be compromised by allowing those people who might have fixed agendas in their interactions with you to exert these agendas over you, if you let them. So when you have a situation in life that you are not clear about, and you do not consider that you have a rounded view of everything, you can easily bridge your splits by mingling with people who have no interest, agenda, or involvement in your issue. Walking through a shopping mall, riding a bus or a train, sitting in a library or a movie theater, or sitting in a cafe or restaurant while your issues percolate through you can allow you to get your rounded view, while people with no interest in your situation create the bridges that allow you to clarify for yourself what, if anything, needs to happen. Often you'll return home or to where you need to act on your decisions having more of a complete picture of whatever you've been considering, without any overbearing influence from those particularly interested in your actions. Ultimately, you're going to follow your own authority in making decisions, but allowing your authority to have the full benefit of everything in your life chart gives you a deeper perspective. It can happen that the more splits you have in your life chart, the deeper can be your considerations and therefore ultimately your wisdom. Sometimes getting a rounded view of issues takes a lot of patience on your behalf, while you integrate every facet of what it is that's confronting you. And remember, this is not the same thing as having a purely mental perspective of things or excusing yourself to be scattered, but rather it is utilizing all aspects of your nature to attune to what is essential to your own nature through all the integrated viewpoints of your own makeup. The tendency for many people when first considering this information about splits is to make it much more complicated than it is. To keep it simple, just remember that the more splits you have in your life chart, the longer it may take for you to get a rounded view. However, you may arrive at that rounded view more quickly after spending time in a public place. Things will seem to just click, and you'll often find you have the whole picture of whatever it is that's confronting you. So the key word for all of us with split designs is integration. Integration often requires patience and an insistence to find wholesome clarity for oneself. Group decisions, difficult though they might be sometimes, rely on consent from all participants within the group, recognizing and honoring who has the leadership qualities, as well as an ability to guide everyone to find clear consensus is vital. There are many people who have what is called a single definition design in their chart, moving from one center to another through defined colored-in channels. There are no gaps. A single definition design might have a single channel and 2 defined centers, or might have all 9 centers defined, but they're all connected one to the next through defined colored-in channels. So if you have this single definition design, you'll see that you can always have a consistency in your viewpoints or activities in life based on your own type and authority. You might wonder sometimes how other people seem to wobble a bit in their lives as they move from one area of their split design to another. They might appear off balance or inconsistent to your way of seeing things. This wobbling and inconsistency often happens when they're not integrating the separate areas of their designs. You might be able to assist them in finding their balance, or you might find how easily you can influence them if you press them to make decisions that ultimately will not suit either them or you. For every individual, the important thing is to know how your design works for you, to accept that, and to enjoy its particular way, because it is your way. That's it for today. See you next time. Bye for now.